Hello, everybody. So, you're new to Phasmophobia, or you've been playing a little bit, but you've been playing, a little bit here, a little bit there, so you're not that high level, but you've been kind of curious about, what, some of the higher level gear does. But when you click on it, because you're not that high, you've got this big screen here that kind of covers up anything, and you can't move your mouse over this stuff to see what it does. Well, that's what this video is going to be. We're going to do main equipment on this video. Next video, I'll do for the optional equipment. So let's get started. All right, so dots. So your tier 1 dot, 5 meters, narrow little spotlight. Need to put it on a flat surface. Placeable electronic, which if you don't know, electronic basically means if it's on, the ghost can feel it and the ghost can come kill you. If you're within about 2 meters or 12 meters. Sorry. So tier 2 is 2.5 meters, the range. But it's a circle, it's a 360, also placeable, also electronic, where this is 5 meters, but this is 360 instead of a small beam. This is placeable, it is 7 meters distance, but it's got a wide beam, but it scans, or if you click on it, you can have it go in one direction. So that is your dots. Your flashlight, intensity low, intensity low, narrow beam, electronic. This does not give you range, so basically they're all the same except just the intensity. So intensity 2, apparently. Oh, no, here we go. So intensity low, intensity medium, spotlight narrow, electronic. Intensity high, wide beam, electronic. The one thing with the tier 3 flashlight is you get a very bright circle, but everything on the edge is pretty dark. So in some ways, I almost like this, or what I usually actually like, I like the tier 2 head cam. All right, moving on to spirit box. You've got auto quality low. You've got response rate low. Range of only 3 meters electronic. Your tier 2 is quality medium, response rate medium, range is 4 meters, has a display screen. And when you're looking for range, every footstep in game, if you want to kind of have an idea, every footstep is basically a meter. So that's basically how far the ghost has to be within the range of where the spirit box is. Now this one, you got auto quality high, response rate high, 5 meters. Moving on to UV. So you got UV charge time of 5, narrow beam. Duration 60 seconds before you have to shake it. Duration charge time is 10 minutes. Then area AOL light. Then UV charge time is 1.5 seconds. Spotlight's wide. So going from that 5 second to 1.5 is considerable. I'll talk about my opinions on all these later. Okay, so EMF reader. So your first tier 1 EMF reader is kind of Accuracy is low. It's only got a range of 1.7 meters. So if something happens in the room, you're most likely going to have to pick this up, take it over to it. Your tier 2 is 2 meters, a little bit better. Does pick up a little bit better. Your 3 is 3.5, much better range, but also gives you the auto indicator, has this display screen. And on this, it tells you where the distance is, tells you the direction of it is, and it gives you three different windows. So if you're wondering what this, and this, these are, if 3 things happen in the room, it's going to register all 3. So instead of where this one is just one thing, and if something else happens, it might pick up the other thing, but it won't pick up what just happened. This one will record all 3. This is actually good if you hear something thrown, and you're not sure if it was a Pulte, like a Pulte bomb, or if it was just one thing just rattling against the walls before it hit the floor. This is actually good to pick up and go over to and go, okay, oh, nope, only one thing. Or maybe 3 things show up. Okay, okay, so most likely it was a Pulte bomb. Right, so ghost writing book is interaction rate low, so that, yes, so this basically means it could take forever before it writes in your book. It's got a range of 3 meters. This is interaction medium, so the ghost is going to write in it, respond to it a little bit faster, but it's also got a 1 meter more, so it's a little bit better. And then you got your 5 meters, and this interaction rate is high. It can still sometimes take a little bit of time before the ghost will write, even though you know where the room is, the ghost doesn't move. It can still take a little bit of time, but it should be a higher rate of interaction. Okay, thermometers, accuracy is low, it bounces all over the place. It used to be a little bit better, but now they had to nerf it a little bit. Sample speed's low, so it takes a little bit of time sometimes to get exactly where your temperature is. Your properties here, you got medium, sample speed's medium. So this is also your first thermometer where you can click the button when you hold down the button. If you keep it held, you can walk around. It's just the initial click takes a little bit of time to get to. Where on this one, once you click the button and get to it, it gets to the temperature much faster. So, and the accuracy is way better. In your video cameras, this camera, image quality low, paranormal resistance low, which means it can get tossed all over the place. Got night vision. On this camera, a lot of times you might think you don't see an orb in the viewfinder. Always check in the van. There's been plenty of times where I've looked inside this thing and think there's not an orb, and I go to the van and all of a sudden there's an orb floating around, and it was clear as day, where I didn't see it before. Then you got your second camera, your tier 2, a little bit better. Definitely the viewfinder is definitely a little bit bigger. You can see things a little bit better. But then your tier 3. The only thing with the tier 3 is it's so big that walking around with it actually kind of blocks off the right side, the right-hand side. So if you're like looking for the bone, don't be carrying around this camera, because you might actually miss the bone because it was over here and you totally missed it. But other than that, very good camera. But that is your main equipment, and that is the differences between everything. If you got any questions, please feel free to ask any questions. I'm always happy to answer anything. I've got over 6,700 hours played on this game. I'm actually on my second account. This is my first account, but it's my first account, second PC. So, yeah, as you can see, I'm, Prestige 20, level 14, 12. Before the tier change, I was 21,003 level. So yeah, but currently I'm actually working on a second account, prestiging to 20. So, because I got bored, I wanted to do something else. I wanted my money to actually mean something, because yeah, I'm at $7 million. I'm never going to need money. But I hope you guys liked it. If you guys liked the video, make sure you guys click the like. I would greatly appreciate it. And there we go. If you guys haven't subbed to this channel, make sure you guys sub to the channel. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And like I said, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask me any questions, and I will be more than happy to answer. All right, catch y'all later. Bye.